After the beginning of winter, you should give your family more stew soup to drink. When many friends stew bone soup at home, the soup is not thick, the meat is not fragrant, the stewed soup is not as delicious as the restaurants. Stewing big bone soup seems simple. In fact, there are also small tricks. Let's see how it's done. Add a spoonful of salt to the large bone. Just pour water over the big bones. Mix well. Use light salt water to soak the blood from the bones. It softens the meat, then put it aside and soak for 30 minutes. Prepare a small piece of ginger and cut it into slices. Prepare a few more shallots. Cut into scallions. After cutting, put it on the plate for later use. Take a look after 30 minutes. Soaked a lot of blood. Then wash it with running water. Wash it and put it in the pot. Then pour in cold water to cover the big bones. Blanch big bones. Remember not to add hot water, otherwise the blood will solidify quickly. Can't be released. Then bring to a boil over high heat. As the temperature in the pot continues to rise, a layer of foam will form in the pot. This is the blood released from the big bone. Use a spoon to remove the foam. Blanch for about 3 minutes. Let the blood in the big bones fully release. The bone soup stewed in this way is particularly delicious. No fishy smell at all. Blanch and fish out. Then wash it in warm water. Remember not to add cold water here. Adding cold water will shrink the meat. The big bones stewed are firewood. Can't bite. Next, add a little lard to the pot. Adding lard can make the bone soup whiter and more fragrant. Then put in the big bone. Turn on the heat and fry the big bones. Fry until the skin is slightly yellow, like we fry fish. After the big bones are fried, the stewed soup will be thick and white. I want bone soup to taste good. This is an important step. After frying, add the boiling water of the big bone soup. The water here must be added at once. Remember not to add cold water after boiling. Skim off the surface foam. That's the grease of big bones. After skimming, the bone soup will not be greasy. Then put in a few slices of ginger and that's it. Cooking wine star anise. Remember not to put cooking wine in Sichuan pepper. Affects the umami of the soup. Peppers will harden the meat. Star anise will darken the soup. Then close the lid. Simmer on low heat for 80 minutes. Prepare the right amount of yam and cut it into pieces. After cutting, put it on a plate for later use. It's time for our bone soup to simmer. Open the lid. It smells so good. The soup is very thick, white, and then into the cut yam. Add the right amount of salt to taste. Cook for another 10 minutes or so. Cook the yams. Sprinkle a little wolfberry at the end. A little scallion will do. So our big bone soup is ready to simmer. Bone soup, thick white fragrance, very tasty. The meat is also very soft and rotten. Stewed bone soup with yams and wolfberry, really nutritious. Friends who like it can give it a try.